reminder about the test itself. When you come in next week, you're going to need a laptop, obviously, because it's an online test, and you need to make sure that you have a voucher. If you got the book new, the voucher's in there. If you're going to buy the voucher separate, it's on ServSafe, and I will put a link up today showing you exactly where to get that voucher from, okay, so that you get the right one. If you go on there and they try to charge you shipping, it's the wrong one, okay? That's your first indicator you got the wrong thing. They try to charge you shipping. They're going to email this to you, okay, so it doesn't cost anything. Otherwise, they're going to charge you like 20 bucks to mail you a piece of paper, and it takes like 2 weeks to get here, okay? But the voucher, they'll email it immediately. It'll come with your receipt when you pay for it, okay? So I'll put up a link and show you exactly where to go to get it and all that kind of stuff to make sure that you get the right voucher. You have to have that voucher, and then you have to have my Proctor access code, which I'll give you next week. I'll put it up on the screen for you so that you'll have it. The test is 90 questions. You've got technically 2 hours to take it. I've never known it to shut anybody down right at 2 hours, okay? But you want to stay kind of within that time frame. Some people will finish in 30 minutes. Some people will finish in an hour and 59 minutes. Just kind of depends, okay? Once you get finished, close up your stuff and have a good day. Yeah, it's that simple. Okay, so hopefully everybody will do well. Once you put my access code in a second time at the end of the test, it's going to then immediately let you know if you passed or not. It's not going to give you your grade yet. I have to go in and tell it everybody's done, grade everything, then it'll send out the grades. But it will tell you immediately whether you passed or failed, okay? So you will at least know that right away, so that you'll have all that, okay? All right, so any questions about the basic test itself?
Are we coming in a little bit?
Yeah, what y'all think, 9:30? I like 9:30? All right, I'll send out an email to remind you, but yeah, we'll say 9:30. I'm sorry?
We can just wear whatever.
Yeah, you don't need your uniforms next week. You don't need your uniforms. We're just going to concentrate on ServSafe, make sure that y'all got it, understand it, and you're ready to go, okay? All right, so let's look at a couple more questions from a previous test to see if we kind of understand it, how well we do and things like that. So a food handler is diagnosed with an illness caused by Shigella. What must the manager do? Any thoughts? We know we can't fire them, right? Can't fire somebody for getting sick, okay, unless you like getting sued. You really can't arrange for people to have blood tests. I don't know if that's really going to help with somebody diagnosed with a sickness anyway. If you throw away all your food, you're going to go broke, yeah, so maybe we should contact the local regulatory authority and they'll tell us exactly what we need to do, yeah? All right, which item is at the correct temperature for receiving? A, yep, chicken breast. How should live shellfish be received? How about D? Sound good? Max air temp of 45, then you got 4 hours to get it down to at least 41, yeah? They can come in at 45. Which is the correct way to measure the temperature of milk that is delivered in a soft bulk package. Do you know what a soft bulk package is? It's a bag, basically. So if you've ever seen like soft drinks that we put in dispensers in restaurants that come in, it's a bag in a box is what they call them. You can get milk like that and a bunch of other eggs and all that kind of stuff in those same kind of packages. So how would you check the temperature of those items? No, they generally won't come with a temperature indicator, time temperature indicator on those. That would be more like a seafood product. A lot of times is what it would come with. So which one do we think is best? Right, let's see. You got to open one up and pour some out. Then you got to open the product, poke a hole in it. Probably not the greatest thing to do. But you could, if it's a soft package and you got a thermometer, you could wrap it around the thermometer, right? Yeah, you wrap it around like that, and then you can check the temperature of it. Okay, so you fold it around it. And a walk-in cooler. Which item should go on the bottom shelf? Which one? C, yep. Raw poultry. Food handler's been vomiting. The food handler should not return to work until symptom-free. For how long? A, 24 hours. They got to be symptom-free for 24 hours before they come back. Which is an example of cross-contamination in a self-service area. Which one?
D.
Yeah, man. D. The minimum water temperature, the final sanitizing rinse, and a high temperature mechanical dishwasher must be at least what? Any thoughts? Dish machine that's using hot water to sanitize instead of a chemical. Any ideas? D, yep. It's got to be at least 180 degrees. What is a critical control point? B, yeah, it's an action to prevent the occurrence of a hazard. Remember, that's part of the whole HACCP system, hazard analysis, critical control point. It's a way that we can reduce or eliminate hazards to a safe level. Clothes for use in wiping counters and equipment shall be what? A, held between use and a sanitizer solution. Remember, if you remember from last week, this is just like the question they asked, said, where do we keep our cloths at, right? Same exact question. When an operation When is an operation required to have more than one type of sanitizer test kit? A, when using more than one kind of chemical sanitizer. So they could be using quartz, which is like what we use here, that's the red stuff. Could be using iodine, which generally will be blue. It could be using bleach. Okay, each one of those has to have a different sanitizer test kit. Shell stock identification tags accompanying shellfish deliveries must be kept for how many days after their use? Which one?
Okay.
No. Nope. $90. Right? We got to keep them for 90 days after the last shellfish is used. Okay, you got to keep it. How can a food handler reduce bacteria found on poultry? Not A. D. Cook it to the right internal temperature. Good job. Cooked rice should be held at a minimum temperature of what? There's a mistake on here. Any thoughts? It's 135 degrees, right? Rice is a time and temperature control for safety foods, TCS food. You've got to be careful with rice. I know that seems crazy, but rice will get people sick. 2 weeks ago in Greenwood, it's a restaurant everybody goes to for wings and all that kind of stuff. She cooks fried rice. She leaves the rice out on the counter all day and just shovels it in as she needs it. Right? She cooks a big batch in the morning, shovels it in as she needs it. Got like 48 people sick and one person died because of the rice. You got to be careful with rice. Yep. I'm being recorded right now. I won't say that while I'm being recorded. I'll tell you when I get done. In the FDA's alert system, the L instructs managers to Any other thoughts? But B, look for the security of products in the operation. Make sure things are locked up and all that kind of stuff, so people can't get into your restaurant. All right, good job. Y'all did well with that. Y'all did well with that. Do you have any questions about it? Any questions about the test itself? No?